Hey everyone, Comics for Thomas here. I'm just doing another video in regards to some books that I've picked up over the last few weeks. And I also have a raffle win, which I'm pretty happy about as well. So before getting into some of the books, I want to say congratulations to Magic Lasso for getting your 100th subscriber. I got the notification last night. I just checked and he is at 101. So if you have not already subbed him up, please do so. Some really great content on his channel, and if you're a Wonder Woman fan, you'll be a big fan. And check his Instagram too. You'll see some great books there as well. So I'm actually in. This is the room that I've started using over the last couple of videos. I've kind of talked about the fact that we're trying to. We have this spare bedroom here in our townhouse that basically our cats have taken over. So we've started to take it back. You can see some plants and stuff in the background. Basically, you know, this will end up turning into a comic slash spare bedroom slash plant room, because we can't leave too many plants out because the cats like to dig up all the soil. So, and I don't really have much of a spot in regards to where my books go, so I'm hoping to get some shelving and stuff and have a nice little setup. So right now I'm just kind of in a tight little spot here. If you were able to see around me here, there's just stuff everywhere because I've been moving things from room to room and stuff. So, but it's coming along, so it's great. So I'm just going to start. This will be a pretty quick video. I've got maybe 20 books to show. But I'm going to start with the raffle win. As I've mentioned before, I go into some raffles and stuff through a Facebook group, and this one I won. I took a $5 spot and won this. I've already have a copy of this issue, but this one already comes graded. It's a 9.6 CGC, and it's Wolverine #1. So that's pretty good because the raw copy that I have, eventually I was going to get it graded, and now I don't have to, so I can kind of just do something with that book. Maybe sell it at some point as well, put it towards other books. I'm actually going to be selling some comics at a local comic expo in June. It's about an hour and a half away from here. I've gone to it last year, and it was pretty neat expo, and I've kind of been building up a decent amount of books, so I'd like to sell some, so that Wolverine will probably end up in there at some point as well, my raw copy. I'm going to start it with a stack of books. I've kind of separated them into how I've purchased them. So the first, I'm in no particular order. These are the books that I've got from my LCS, just in my pull list over the last few weeks. So we'll start with Oblivion Song #23. I'm going to do my best to get rid of the glare just so that you can see the cover. The lighting in here, I'm still going to have to play around with some lights. So there's just one main overhead light, but I might have to get like a couple of stand-up lamps or something. And I don't really know where I'm going to be positioning myself for any future videos once the room is ready. So, and Oblivion Song's been a good read so far. I'm really glad that I started it from the very first issue when it came out, because I've been very happy with it. So this is X-Men #5, the All You cover. It's a pretty awesome cover. I have not read this yet. This stack right here that I'm showing you, I haven't read yet. I'm trying to get caught up on. I actually was reorganizing some of my comics the other night, and I was like, okay, which ones have I not read? And there's a good stack, so I've got to get caught up here. So I've got Avengers #29. I'm just waiting for this run to end. I think it goes to 33 issues. It's one of those things where you either, to me, like if I'm going to cut something from my pull list, do it early enough, or wait and get the whole volume, because I might as well read it. Maybe it will, pull me back in. And if not, then, I could probably sell it as a volume at some point. So I have not been super happy with it. There's only been like a few issues that I've actually really enjoyed. So it kind of sucks. Especially because it's Jason Aaron too. Avengers #30. But they are talking about Starman as well. And I like Starman, so I'm hoping that maybe that does something. I also don't want it to get too good, because I don't want to have to, not have to, but I don't want to like get caught in, basically going, oh, well, it's getting good. I'll get volume 2, because I'm just like, no, I've got enough on my pull list right now. So, Strange Skies over East Berlin. This is issue #4. This is I believe this is the last one in this 4-part. I think it's a 4-part series. So from Boom Studios, it's been very good. Pretty neat art. And I do not get a lot of DC books, but I've tried this Black Label, The Last God, Book 1 of the Fellspire Chronicles. I have read the first 2 issues. This is issue number 4. And so far, it's been good. So, I mean, I have no problem continuing on. I like the idea of these Black Label from DC. Kind of gives them a little bit of room to play with things that are outside of the norm. So, so far, so good. Last week, I was in Nova Scotia for a day, and which is about 4 hours away from here. I was just outside of Halifax, which is it's Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. They've got a couple of comic shops. I was able to make it to one while I was down there. I was down there for a family thing, so I just took a look in the shop that I went to. I don't think was the bigger of the two, but I found some back issues that I liked, and I'd like to get some run fillers and so on. So I'll show you what I got. This is Darth Vader issue 25. This is the final issue in that volume, and just a fantastic cover. And I know the glare is going to not really give you the full thing, but that's great. Great cover. I found a few more books to put towards. If you haven't read this, it's from Rick Remender, and it's Greg Tocchini, or Tocchini, I don't know how to say his name properly, but his art, which I've really loved, and the story's been really great. This is Low from Image Comics. This is issue number 12. I've been slowly putting this run together whenever I can find it in back bins. Remender's been very good. This is issue 8, so these are obviously out of order. I just kind of grabbed the stack, so again, love the art. And I was pretty happy to find these because these were just regular cover price. I slowly started to put together these. I can't remember who does the covers. Tom Muller, I think. It's something Muller variants, and it's for all of the new X-Men titles. So there should be 6 of these, and I already have a few. So I think this may have filled my run the next couple here. So this is Fallen Angels number 1. The nice part is because I mean these covers are so simple, but I like them and I think they would look really really nice together. The 6 of them is that I haven't read all of the titles for the X-Men so far. I've only been collecting X-Men the regular series. So I think I read the X-Force one maybe. So I will definitely read these. This is Excalibur number 1. Again, Tom Muller variant. And Marauders number 1. Tom Muller variant. So what I'll probably do, assuming that I do have them all, I'll have to check, is I'll kind of lay them out and take a picture of them and post that to my Instagram, which is Comics for Thomas. Pretty easy to find me, pretty easy to follow me, and I post a lot of books on there. So if you want to check it out, that'd be great. And if you ever want to talk comics, hit me up through Instagram. That's the best way to do so. I will definitely get back to you when I can. So yesterday, there's this coins and collectibles shop that is, I'm lucky enough to have one in my city that it's right across from my LCS. So I've got a lot of options in regards to where I can go and hunt books. And every so often, I just go in there. This guy has like, I don't even know, maybe 100 long boxes of just back issues. And I'm not talking too much modern stuff. But if you're ever in, especially anybody who, because most of my followers, I can't even speak, are going to be in the U.S. and I'm in Canada, so the price, the dollar is obviously way better for U.S. For the exchange. So if you are looking to fill runs for like low to mid grade, maybe some high grade, back issues. let me know. Hit me up on Instagram for sure, because I will literally just take your list, and whenever I'm there, just take a look for these books, because I mean it's really not going to cost you very much at all, and then just a little bit of shipping. It's been a big help for me. A couple people I've been able to help out. This guy has a lot of books, so it's really really great. So these are not in a proper order as well. So what I did is I went to the Coins and Collectibles shop. I spent a couple hours there yesterday. I was just like, you know what, I'm going hunting this weekend, and after I was done that, I walked across the street and went to my LCS, and they kind of have, basically they've got the new issues on their wall, which is obviously normal for every Wednesday, and then above that they have any higher valued books, kind of up on this stand, and then they've got a section of, I don't want to say dollar bin, but it's like, $1 to $3, not worthy enough to get up on the wall, basically back issues. And then they have a section of short boxes that don't need to be in a dollar bin, but also probably don't need to be on the wall. So that's where I went, because I don't want to go to the back issues yesterday, because they're actually going to be having a sale just on the back issues on like the $2 bin 3 weeks into February. So I'm like, I'm not going to bother looking at those now, and I could probably get them on sale. So I went to that other section where, maybe there's a $5 book, $8 book, $10 book, nothing that's, really worthy enough to go up higher on the wall, which is like, 20, 30, 40, and so on and so on. So, let's see. I think I've got a little bit of an order here. So I'm just gonna, sorry, I'm shaking this here, shaking the computer. I'm just gonna show you the books, and I'll tell you where I got them from. This is Vision number 4. So I read this literally only a few weeks ago. I finally read this series. I read it on Marvel Unlimited, and it's fantastic. So then I went in to see, I used the CLZ app to see, like, what the main covers are like, and then I went kind of like on eBay and so on, just to see how much they're going for. And I don't think, it must not have been a high print run, because for the most part, some of the regular series books are kind of pricey, and there's a lot of really nice variants in this series as well. So I'm going to slowly chip away at it. I have issue number 1. It was at my LCS, and I paid more for it than this. This is issue number 4. This actually was in that box of, it was $4 Canadian for this issue. So in number 1, I think it cost me around 20. So big difference there. But I think number 1 as well would be first appearance of the daughter. I don't know about the son or not. So not that it's a huge deal, but it's cool to get another issue of that. That's something that I'm going to slowly, there's actually another book I'm going to talk about where I'm just going to slowly, if I can pick them up for a good price, I'm going to slowly put together the runs, but I'm not like, it's not a focus right now. So the only I would say modern books that I found at the Coins and Collectibles shop, there's a good chance that, because he'll buy things as well. So if you bring in some comics, he will buy some, if you can get them for cheap, obviously. And it was pretty awesome, because they're books that I've wanted, because they are Leinil Francis Hugh covers, who is my favorite artist, and I've love these covers. I'm actually going to put them in order here. So this is Avengers. I can't remember what volume. I want to say volume 6, maybe 5. This is issue 18, and this is an Infinity tie-in. When I first started really getting into comics, because I have not been into comics for very long, maybe like 5 or 6 years, and I fell in love with Leinil Yu's art right away. This Infinity series, I loved. I love the main run, and is Jonathan Hickman, obviously. Like at the time, I was like, I have no idea who Jonathan Hickman is. Now you're like, oh, it makes sense now, because I think it was fantastic. He did Avengers. I think he had his hands on New Avengers, and obviously the Infinity series as well. So that's a fantastic cover. And then issue 20. So I'm trying to get all the tie-ins as well for the covers that Lanil you did as well, because he had, I think he did some of the new Avengers as well. In issue 21. That's so nice. So I was looking to do this last night. I've never heard of this, and it's a Marvel book. And funny enough, it's Jonathan Hickman as well. The cover artist on this is Dustin Weaver, and anything with like Galactus on it, I love. And this is fantastic art. But I actually like took a look, and there's a couple volumes of this as well, and I wouldn't mind checking it out. But I tried to find it on Marvel Unlimited and couldn't find it. And it's not like they have to guarantee every book in their you know, library is going to be on there. But I was really surprised because this is obviously not like something super popular. I've never heard of it before. So this is Shield, and I believe this is from volume 2. This is issue number 3. That cover is fantastic. Look at Galactus. So I'm gonna try to, I don't know. I like to read it. Maybe it's just a cover. I'm gonna take a look to see what I can find there. So this was kind of neat because I've wanted to get my hands on this cover. I've never read these books, and I will, but I've always loved the cover. I've seen some people post it, and I was lucky to find 3 of the 4, because it's a 4-issue series. 3 of them at the Coins and Collectibles shop. So this is Machine Man number 1, and I do know this is volume 2. That cover is fantastic. All 4 of the covers are fantastic. So there's issue number 1. And then this over here, this is issue number 3. I love that art. I think that's direct edition. And this is issue number 4. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. I just need to pick up issue number 2. I'll just, find it online, whatever I have to. And then I go to my LCS, and there we are. In those boxes, issue number 2. And it's the only issue that they had of Machine Man, is the one I needed. That didn't have it across the street. So I now have the 4-issue series. So that's pretty fantastic. I'm gonna, those aren't something that I'm looking to get graded or anything like that. I'm not too worried about the condition, so I'm gonna read them with no worries. So this book here, at that Coins and Collectible shop, like he obviously is a comic collector as well. His prices are kind of, it's weird. I've had this conversation with a friend before. He doesn't. He's an older gentleman, and I don't think he doesn't really pay attention to like market value, what you can find online, what's hot right now, whatever. I think he just uses like just a price guide, prices things. So sometimes the price, and he does his own kind of self-grading to base that price. So sometimes the price of something is, like a book will be, you're like, oh, no, I can, like he's got like 2 Wolverine 1s right now that are raw, and they're a higher price than I could get them on eBay shipped right now. And they're definitely not 9/8. But yet then he'll have, let's say, like a book that might cost you $30 or $40 right now, and he'll have it for like $6. So the prices are all, you kind of have to, know what you're getting. Like I can't just walk in there and buy a book that I can't. Like I have to take a look on my phone, and he's not going to care. I'll sit there on my phone and just go, no, I can get it better online. I'm going to buy it online because I know there's enough books there that I'm still going to spend some money. So he has this wall of long boxes. It's just amazing. I one of these days I'm going to take a picture of it. And you're just like, holy. Anyways, and then behind his kind of, the cash or whatever, behind him he has about 12 short boxes of higher valued books. So basically $20 and up in there. And what I do is I kind of, everything's very, very organized. I go through the long boxes that I want to look for some fillers, as you've seen there, and then I'll go over to the short boxes and I'll go through them. And even though I don't collect DC currently, at some point I probably will when I get into it, but with the short boxes, I'll go through everything. He's got old war comics, just you name it. He's got a little bit of everything. and you can always end up finding some higher price stuff and some lower price stuff. So this book here, and I'll also explain, so this is the other book that I'm slowly going to collect. And it's an 18-part volume. It's volume 1. I have number 1. I have it in low grade. I have posted it before. What I'd like to do is eventually get all 18 in low to mid grade at best, because it's going to be a little bit more expensive series to collect. I just love most of the covers. The first 10 are way better than the back 10, or back 8, I would say. But still very neat. So anytime I can just slowly pick them up, I'm not going to focus on them right now. And there's a couple key books in that series that will be a little bit more pricier to get. But I think it would be neat to have, basically at some point, like one of those, like a BCW, those black bins that hold CGC books, which I have one. It's fantastic, and have all 18 of these in low to mid grade. And on the front of those boxes, you can get, like, let's say if you order, I've ordered some Nova, like, trading cards and stuff like that. Put them in a little hard case like you used to for like your hockey cards and stuff, and you can put it in the front, and it will be a card with this character on it. So I'll stop blabbering on. This is issue number 5 of volume 1 of Silver Surfer, and it is low to mid grade. And when I say mid grade, I'm talking about the bottom tier of mid grade. So, and it's perfect for what I want to do. I was pretty happy to find that there. These are not cheap books to find online. This needs a press for sure. I don't know why I'm just looking at it, but what you can't see, there's a little bit of there's an indentation here, which I think can be pressed out. Look at that right there. It's just starting to fall apart here, but it's still attached. And these are thicker books as well. So anytime I can get these at a good price, I'm just going to slowly pick them up. I have issue 1 in a 1.5, I think, 1.8. No, I think it's 1.5 graded. This would probably come back maybe 1.8 to a 2. There's no holes in this one. My Silver Surfer has a hole in the front cover, so I'd kind of compared to that. This will be off-white pages too, but it's exactly what I want. So here's the thing. So when he prices, the nice part about this gentleman, it's an older couple actually, is that even though his prices can seem a little weird, he, without you talking to him about it, he takes an automatic discount off the more books you buy. So this is Canadian dollars. He had a $30 price tag on this book. I bought 8 books altogether. The other 7 were $4 each. So simple math: 30 plus 28, that's $58 for 8 books, Canadian. Which isn't bad because I'm obviously getting a book from 1969 in there as well. So I go up, give him the books. I don't even think about, let's talk about prices, because I know that he will play with prices as well. If you want to say, like, hey, will you take this for that book and so on, or this much for that book, but this isn't a high enough price book for me to care about that. He counted the books, like, okay, you have 8 books here, that's $58, give me $45. Thank you. Bam. So I paid $45 for Silver Surfer number 5 and 7 other books that are all, easily $3 or $4. So on average, they're about $4.50 a book if you do the math, right? So obviously this being the higher priced of the one. So I was pretty happy with that overall haul. I'm glad to get this video because my comics are very, very unorganized right now, especially with trying to get this room organized. And this is, I kind of keep a stack of books. Like if I haven't, put them in a haul video, or maybe even like post certain ones to Instagram that I like to post. I have those off to the side, so now they don't have to be, and I'm really going to focus on some organization. So 24 minutes. I was planning on doing about a 10-minute video, so I've definitely been talking too long. Again, subscribe to Magic Lasso. I'm so happy that he's got to his 100th. I know he's been on that verge. I'm seeing a good push right now for John's Comics with Kids to get 1,000 subs, and Southern Comic Geek as well. He actually has a contest right now for 200 subs. I feel like he's at like 191 and 192. So he's been putting out a lot of content. He's been going live lately. He does really nice comic calls as well. And if you watch any of his videos, either is basically if he's facing the screen, right above him is this Monopoly board, like in a frame, and it's so neat because he explained what it was one time, and I think it's like an original copy of Monopoly, which I think is very very cool. So check out his content. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. So, anyways, again, I'm going to stop talking here, and thank you for watching. Thank you for anybody who's subscribed. Again, if you want to chat comics, find me at Comics for Thomas on Instagram, and I guess I will see you next time.